Now, with the Arctic ice shrinking from climate change, many polar bears have to shift their diets during parts of the summer. A study looking at Hudson Bay polar bears suggests that they are at risk of starvation. Watch this report to find out why the polar bears are in peril.
The largest bear in the world and the Arctic's top predator, polar bears are considered to be the epitome of endurance. But the ground beneath their feet is slipping. Catastrophic climate change is testing these majestic creatures. In Canada's Hudson Bay, polar bears are risking starvation as a direct ramification of worsening climate conditions. The Arctic has been experiencing longer periods without sea ice, and the lack of it has made it difficult for polar bears to prey on their food. A recent study has revealed that polar bears are being forced to spend long hours hunting for food on land, a process that has caused a shift in their diets.
I think our study confirms kind of previous evidence that they're not very adaptable to spending time on land, that there's going to have to be other changes that would have to occur. They're going to help them withstand, spending longer times on land.
While the predator is known to spend more than 50% of its time hunting, it is not natural for the bears to hunt for food on land. On the contrary, polar bears by default rely heavily on sea ice to hunt for seals, the most common food for the animal. But worsening climate changes have pushed the habitual carnivore in looking for alternatives like berries, eggs, seabirds, etc.
They're getting a single carcass over a 3-week period versus, catching seals every few days out on the sea ice. So it's just a big difference in the availability and quality of the food resources they can get when they're on land.
The hunt for food on land is not matching the calorie intake for polar bears. They are mainly dependent on marine mammal prey. Researchers found that about 90% of the polar bears they studied are losing weight. That means that the longer polar bears spend on land, the higher their risk for starvation. Today, there are only 25,000 polar bears remaining in the wild, and they are endangered. With rising temperatures and dwindling ice cover, the polar bears are clearly in peril. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.